are live. We are live indeed. Wow. Um, well, my guest today she doesn't need an introduction. She's Africa's multi-award winning Nollywood megastar who has starred in over how many films? How many films have you starred in?
I'm telling you, I've lost count. At least 50, if
At
not
least,
more.
wow, wow. She starred in at least 50 films and over 1 million of devoted followers on Instagram wake up to her exercise routines. She's a proud African woman, and we are immensely proud to have her as our guest today. Kate, we're honored to have you on LNC. Welcome to LNC.
Thank you, Ogajide. Thank you so much.
Let's start with Nollywood. Let's start with Nollywood. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I saw this. You studied medical microbiology at Lagos
Yes,
University, and then you went into acting. What a contrast in profession.
like
Tell us,
this. Two
yeah,
worlds apart.
completely different. How did that happen? How did that happen? How did you get into acting?
While I was in university, I used to model as well, catwalk. Do then we used to have calendars. Back then, people have calendars and they have to use models for the different months. I did all of that. I shot my very first TV advert for Shield deodorant in 1990. Um, so I was already in that space, and then I did a musical video. It was one of those funny musical videos. I hope nobody sees it now. I was a video vixen in one of those videos, and one of the guys who was in the video, the late JT Tom West, he's dead now. He actually invited me to an audition, which I went for, and after a series of auditions, rehearsals, reading, and all of that, I was given the lead role for a movie, and I shot it. That was it. That's how I branched into that side. Me, I'm always adventurous, looking for different stuff to do and all of that. So that's why.
So it was you stumbled across it was by mistake. Would you say that? Would you say the acting was
Yeah,
by
yeah, yeah. It
mistake?
was just I was curious. I was curious as to what it's all about. So that was basically it. Curiosity that didn't kill the cat.
Who are your role models when you were growing up?
Who am I?
Role models when you were growing up.
When I was growing up in
Yes.
film or generally?
Let's say generally and then in film.
Generally, I'll say my role model was Nelson Mandela. Loved him. Oprah Winfrey. Um, who else? Basically, those people.
And
And
when you got into film, who did you look up to when you got into film?
and Tichoke Silva, RMD. Um, yeah, Taiwa Jai Lyset. Olu Jacobs. A few people like that. Yes.
Your first film was When the Sun Sets. Was that your first major
Yes.
film? What do you
Yes.
remember about that film? What was the location?
The
That was
location was we had to travel to University of Ibadan to shoot the university scene. So from Lagos, we went there to shoot the university scene. The locations in Lagos were around Ikeja, Ajao Estate area. Funny enough, it was the Minister of Petroleum, Kachiku's first film. He was the executive producer. Yes, Hints True Tales Publication is his company. So that was their very first foray into filmmaking. And we actually shot most of the scenes in his house in Ajao Estate back then. Very
okay.
pleasant man. And that was basically, I had no idea what I was getting into. When they gave me the script, it looked like a huge Old and New Testament Bible, huge. You had even know where to start from. But I had a lot of assistance and support from the other cast members, people like Bob Manuel, especially Bob Manuel Udoku, Franca Brown, the late Fumi Martins, Imai Dokpae, the late JT Tom West. He was also in the movie. Sandra Chums, who is my friend. A lot of people. They were quite supportive. Very, very, very.
So let's get to know Kate Henshaw. What motivates Kate Henshaw? Who is Kate Henshaw? How would you, if you were to describe yourself in a paragraph, who is Kate Henshaw?
I am, how do I say? I'm happy-go-lucky. I like a lot of laughter. I have a good sense of humor. I am very principled, even to myself. I'm hard on myself. I don't suffer fools gladly. I'm hardworking. I would say I'm quite disciplined, and I sort of control my space and make sure that I try and stay on the right path. I try. I'm not perfect, but I try.
On sets, you know, when you go on location or on film sets, I'm sure, you know, it can be pretty challenging. You know, for instance, if you have a difficult director or difficult colleagues on location, how do you tend to deal with that?
Well, over the years, you know, I've been in this industry for long. This year actually makes 25 years I've been in the industry. So it comes with respect. You're calling a certain actor to your set. You need to also give that actor the respect so that the same is accorded to you. And that also rings through for the colleagues on set. Everybody kind of respects who comes on set. I mean, the years of experience and then of course the skill. So maybe it was in the past where you have people who are difficult actors and directors who would, you know, shout at you and insult you, but that doesn't happen anymore.
25 years is a long time.
It's somebody's full lifetime.
Longevity, how have you been able to sustain that?
It's God. I know it certainly sounds like a cliche, but God has kept me through thick and thin. And I believe that I'm meant to be in this space, to use who I am on a bigger platform to speak about anything affecting humanity, adding my voice, lending my voice to causes that I feel passionate about. I mean, I have a large following. If I speak, people will retweet. People say, oh, Kate said this. Oh, look at what Kate did. So there is that
Sense of
need.
responsibility.
There is that need, you know, there's that need to speak out and to stand up for that which is right. It's very, very important. I mean, the essence of power is to do good.
What would you say to anybody that wants to become a Nollywood star, a Nollywood actress, a Nollywood actor? So many people see the glamour, but can't imagine what is behind the glamour. So what would you say to aspiring actors?
They see the glamour, and that's all they see. For those who are serious, they know it's a lot of hard work. Most people want to do it to get famous, but trust me, they will run when they see the fame because it's not easy being in the limelight 24/7. You know, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. There's a lot of discipline. You need to be a professional at your job, you know, so that you're not just an Instagram actor. You are an actor all through the phase. I've done TV, I've done stage, I've done film. So I've done all three across board. And trust me, film and TV are like easy peasy. Stage is really, really where the hard work and discipline is. They don't take nonsense. You can be star there, but the director owns you and the stage manager can tell you where to go, where to stand. So that cuts down a lot of feathers. That's basically, you need to be disciplined. A lot of people approach me and want to take me to this. No, you need, now we have Instagram, now we have social media. So you need to follow the directors, follow companies like DSTV. They're doing auditions, they're doing I think a talent hunt, and they're doing a school for actors. You need to find out where there are auditions and actively pursue them. Go try, give it your best shots, and then that's basically, maybe people just want to be handheld and dropped into it, but that's not how it works. It may work for a few, but it certainly won't work for the majority.
How because how has the film industry changed? You know, the film industry in Nigeria, has it changed over the past 25 years, in your opinion?
Over the past 25 years, now we're in cinemas. That is a good thing. Nollywood movies compete favorably and even surpass Oyibo films. Before, it's mostly Indian, Chinese films I would watch. Before even the American films and the British films would come, it was more. I grew up watching Indian films at Penn Cinema, at Papa Cinema, and all of that. But now we have Nollywood movies also holding their own, breaking box office sales in the cinemas. And so that is a good sign. Of course, you will still have the rest who do home video, because it's not everyone that has the money to go to the cinemas, and some people just want to sit at home and watch movies for their own, in the comfort of their own homes. So that market is still there. And of course, now we have online. We didn't have that many years ago. You can watch movies like Blessing Egbe. She has a Being Concept TV where she puts her own movies and series on there. People subscribe. There's a Roku TV. Netflix has taken Hollywood movies. It's really changed, and I mean, the sky is no longer a limit.
Did you think? I mean, could you have imagined that Nollywood would become this huge, second only to Hollywood?
At all. When I started, purely passion. I know the Nigerian spirit, and I know that if we kept at it, certainly we will get to that height where we would be recognized, and it's happening now.
Wow. As an actress, what would you say has been, you know, your most proud moment as an actress?
Of course, when you win awards, you're very proud, and you like it when people acknowledge and say, yes, you have done well, take this plaque. So 2008, I won Best Actress for one of my movies, Stronger Than Pain, alongside Nkemowo, who also won Best Actor, and all other awards that have come with it. And then when people see you, they accord you, compliments about the job well done. They watch you on TV, you inspire them, and all of that. So it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
You know, being in the public limelight, it's not as easy as many people think. You know, sometimes you go to bed, you wake up, you just never know what is going to be written about you. So how do you deal with critics?
Starting out, it was quite hard for me. Sometimes you read stuff about yourself and you're like, this is not true. They're not talking about me, but it's out there. People are believing it, and there were times when it can be very emotional. You're crying, you're wondering why people are talking about you. They don't know you. People don't know you. They just believe what someone has put out there about you. But over the years, I've come to understand that your family and your true friends know you. And those are the ones that really matter. And once in a while, it's good to correct the impression, and don't just let anybody say anything about you and you let it slide. Keeping quiet doesn't help anymore. You need to correct certain impressions, especially if they are wrong.
Talking about that, what in your opinion has been the most ridiculous story that's been written about you that is so ridiculous?
Can I even remember? Ridiculous. Oh yes. Last Christmas, this funny journalist that was misbehaving now decided to put out some information, send it out to all the blogs that I attacked him and I beat him up. I'm like, wow. Thankfully, there were people there. One of the people I had already mentioned to you, Auntie Joke Silva, was there at the event. Josephine Chukuma Ifa of Project Alert was there. Former First Lady of Ekiti State, Relubisi Fayami, was also there. And they saw what happened. So when he put out all the stuff, a lot of people didn't believe him. Most mostly people who know me, and I saw some of the comments. I mean, people were there, oh, this girl, her gym is because she's gymming. That's why she thinks she can beat people up. And then all sorts of people say all sorts of things. But those who truly know me were also in the comment section of the different blogs and saying, no, this is not Kate. Your story doesn't sound right. Kate wouldn't attack you. Yeah, there's no way. And if she attacked you, why didn't you go to the police station to report? You understand? You don't just come and start writing. Where are your injuries? And do the right thing. And of course, the thing just fizzled away. I received messages from Auntie Joke, from Her Excellency, apologizing that, this is so wrong and I should, put out a statement. But I knew that this one, it's good to ignore him, because if I had responded to him, it would add fire to the false story I'd already started. I knew it was a lie. So sometimes it's like, that's not true, and you're not going to get a rise out of me.
One of our viewers, Titi Babalola, said, "Hi Kate, thumbs up to you. Love you. Keep up the good work."
Thank you, thank you, Titi.
So many people that you're inspiring out there. I saw an interview of you. I think it was Al Jazeera.
When I ran for office in 2014.
Yes, 2014. I'm certainly going to come to that. Possibly it wasn't Al Jazeera. There's so many. It's
Al Jazeera. It's Al Jazeera. They came to Nigeria for that purpose.
No, there was actually another clip where you openly talked about your broken down marriage. That must have been really, really hard.
Oh, that was Silverbird. That was like 2000. Yes.
Well, yeah, a while back. What lessons would you say you picked up from that period, from that chapter? I believe that life is lived in chapters, and that was certainly a chapter of your life. What would you say?
It was definitely emotional, definitely seriously emotional. So that was part of the reason how I found exercise. I needed an avenue somewhere to just let off steam and to vent my anger, and I found exercise. What I learned was that living in the public eye, you're definitely walking on eggshells. People will believe what they want to believe, and those who know you know you. I'll repeat that. People will believe what they want to believe. Those who know you know you. It was quite traumatic for me, and nobody wants to hear your side of the story. First and foremost, you're a woman, so they say, it's her fault. Oh, you're an actress. Oh, all these people that can't keep a home. It's all about the lifestyle. But no, I was not a star at home. I was a wife. What I learned was that I needed to be constantly reassuring myself that I'm not a bad person, I'm a good person, and I gave it 100%. It didn't work. It's okay to move on and still expect the best in life, and not to just wallow there and think that, oh, you failed in that, so you failed in everything else.
Kate,
especially in a society where marriage is an achievement. It's not an achievement to me. It's not an achievement. It's not an achievement.
Were there signs that things were going south?
There were signs, but nothing that I felt that couldn't be worked on. Nothing that I didn't believe that counseling could take care of. But maybe I didn't know how far things had gone and didn't see it on time. But I mean, that's life. We move on. Just take the kicking and keep on ticking.
in your profession, would you say it's challenging to have a stable, relationship?
It's not challenging. It's when you put your business out there and then let all comers into your business. That's when it's challenging. And Jobiano and Glolu, I'm sure it's 30 going to 40 years. They've been married. So many other people who are maintaining their homes, even young actors who are maintaining their homes. I believe, and I was having this conversation with someone a few days ago, that some things are private, some things are personal. So it's not all of your life you have to put out there. When you put it out there, whatever happens from that, you need to take it, bear the consequences of that. Your home is certainly not for all viewers, allcomers.com. You know, you need to keep it away, keep the sanctity of that away. Yes, you can go red carpet and all that, but don't put your business out there.
Well, that's a lesson for well, aspiring actors and actresses. So
Yeah,
many
but you
people
know
know
the pull to show off on social media is quite strong. You feel as if, oh, you're being left behind. If this person is posting kissy and you're not doing it, you feel maybe your relationship is lacking something. If this person is posting designer bags and shoes and you're not, you feel as if, oh, your life is not good enough. No, 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 no. Contentment is something that people need to learn, and self-belief, confident in who they are, what they've achieved. Just be content in your own space and be happy. It's very important. You need to be intentional about the things that you want to happen to you.
I don't see you as someone lacking intention, someone lacking confidence.
I've grown. Trust me, it wasn't always like this. I've grown. I
What was it like?
have.
What was it like 25 years ago, for instance?
Second guessing myself, wondering, especially through the failure of the marriage, was it my fault? Didn't I do enough? Could I have done more? And then, of course, you're second guessing, thinking that it's your fault. Maybe it's something you didn't do, should have done. That's basically it. Yeah, but I believe that really, if things are meant to happen, they will happen. And really, there's nothing you can do about it. If you give 100% and it's not working, step back, look at it, move away. If it's yours, really, it will come back to you. If it's not, just keep moving. Because if you are stuck at one spot, you're never going to know what's happening if you cross to the other side. So it's very, very important to keep moving and to keep your mind right and focused on you and what you want. And you keep trying. Life is about trying, waking up and saying, okay, today is another day to give it another 100%, and hopefully today will work.
Fitness. I have checked you out on Instagram a few times now, and man, you really, really go at it. Now let's start with that. How did you get into it? Have you always been into exercise?
Well, in school, everybody used to do some form of exercise in school. I did everything, you know. I got the prize in school for the best outstanding student when I was passing out. And then over the years, life happens. And then, of course, with the situation in my marriage, I now found fitness again. I started going to the gym, working out. And so there was a time I was so skinny, I didn't even see it. My neck was as long as that of a giraffe. I didn't see it. But somehow I found the balance. And then I saw the benefits. I've not been to the doctor for any illness in the past 6 years. I'm healthy. I'm happy. And then I found out that it's exercise. If you do it every so often. When I first started, I would exercise. And when I go on holiday, I wouldn't do anything. I feel like, okay, I've done enough. I need to relax. And then I come back to join my routine again, and it's so hard. It's like I never did anything before. And then I had to find a way to like maintain and know that it doesn't stop. Fitness is not a destination or a bus stop. It's a lifestyle. It's something you have to do as often as you're going to work. Same thing as you're going to work, you're going on holiday, you're waking up to do something. It has to be intentional. It has to be a lifestyle.
Has to be a lifestyle.
It has to be.
It's like would I be right in saying that you're a fitness instructor?
I'm a fitness advocate and a fitness addict, not an instructor. I can take people on workouts. I can. But I don't want that tag, because next people want to pay you to say, come and train me. And I don't know if I have time for that. A lot of people have approached me, say, can I pay you? Can you train me? I'm like, no.
So how often do you go to the gym? How often?
4 times a week. 4 times.
4 times a week. What would be the number one wellness tip, if you had to give any tip to someone who is looking to to take up exercise, what tip would you give that person?
I call it my 3Ds: discipline, determination, dedication. And that also applies to every aspect of our lives that we want to, progress or be successful at. Discipline, determination, and dedication. If you're disciplined, you will be able to do your workouts regularly. If you're determined, you can push through the pain and know that really when you pass through the pain, there will be gains. If you're dedicated, you'll be able to make it as a lifestyle. Even if it's 30 minutes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have a structure. So no matter what, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to wake up at a certain time and do 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. You're going to wake up, you're going to run 5 kilometers. From 5, you will do 10. From 10, you will do a full marathon. From full marathon, you do comrades. Comrades is 90 kilometers. I've not done that. One of my goals is to do a full marathon. That's 42K. I've not done 42K. I've done half. It's in my bucket list, and I'm going to do it one day.
Wow. Many sign up to the gym, every New Year. Like a New Year resolution. But after a week, it's all gone.
New Year resolutions never last. They never last. There's New Year resolution. There's summer body. Summer is coming. Everybody want to wear bikini. There's the ones that want to get fit to fit into their wedding dress. There are the ones that want to do quick fixes so they can wear that dress for that wedding or be a guest at a party. So people have short-term goals. They need to make long-term goals that are realistic. Short-term goals never last. Short-term, when I tell people that don't do fast fixes because they never last. It should be long-term results, long-term. That's the only way you can sustain it.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Kate, let's talk politics. Nigerians, we love to talk about politics. So let's talk politics. 4 years ago, you ran for the State House of Reps. Your State House of Reps. Oh, it was federal. My apologies. It was federal House of Reps. How was that experience? How serious were you?
I was very serious. I was very serious that I committed millions of my hard-earned money towards buying forms, towards registering, towards consultations and all other stuff that goes along with it when you decide to run for office in Nigeria. So it was that. These are my personal savings. I'm not a contract worker or anything. So these are savings that I put aside over the years. And I was very serious. I went through the whole hog. It was quite traumatic. That's the word I will use.
What made it traumatic?
Yes.
What made it traumatic?
The money that I was spending. The money. There's nobody that would tell me that politics is not about money. It's money. And then, of course, those that rule that space, that will say, okay, this is the person you will vote for. It's not down to the people. Down to people, they've already sifted and they've made their deals, they've made arrangements, who will go in 2019, who will go in 2023. So the choices that people pick are what they've been presented with. It was traumatic. It was.
Isn't that a challenge in Nigeria that shot into it, and you want to make a change? So how would those that are not your typical professional politicians, how would they serve? I know you can serve in so many ways, but as on the political.
Everyone needs to join a political party. That's first and foremost. Every single person needs to belong to a political party. That, for me, is the foundation. When you are part of the process that brings out the candidates, then you will be able to make an informed choice. But if you're not part of the process, you now want to come and run for office. There are people on the line. There are people whose career is politics. They've been there, they have the connections, they have the grassroots, the godfathers, the people that make the decisions. You are just going to be a needle in a haystack. So you are like a fish out of water. You need to know the ins and outs, the people who make the call. This is the absolute truth. For someone who has no idea what politics is, you go and join the party and then they start telling you things. You're going to do it because you don't know any better. But if you're already in the process, you know what obtains. You know who to speak to. You know that you have to get a lot of support from your people, from the grassroots. They are the ones that will maybe, because really it's not down to the people, maybe they will have some say in who will emerge as the candidate. There are also the delegates who are like the filter, or the people that have to be, how do I say? There's so many words I want to use. Instructed, persuaded, bribed to be able to pick a particular candidate who will now stand for the primaries. And that is the person who the people will now eventually vote for.
That process doesn't appeal to me. Did you know of that process before you went into it?
At all. I went in blind. I went in with my heart, went in wanting to serve, and went in that, okay, let me give it a try. I mean, I didn't say I would win, but I felt that I would have some sort of chance. I had no chance going in. Speaking to my former governor, Senator Leah Limoke, he had told me not to run. He told me, I said, I'm running. He said, Kate, why don't you wait a bit? Maybe next time. I'm like, no, I've already bought the form. I've joined the party and I want to do this. He said, okay, give it a try. You know, maybe I should have listened to him, but I'm glad for the experience. I will never knock it. Experience is something that you can't buy. You have to go through to come out on the other side, and then you can speak authoritatively about it. Anyone that has not gone through it will only be talking, yapping on Twitter, yapping. You have no idea what it takes. No idea.
Can women do they have any chance? Women politicians in Nigeria, what are their chances?
Women have chances. Women have chances, but they need to be strong. They need plenty money, and they need the support of other women as well, and the men specifically. It's very hard in a patriarchal country such as Nigeria, where the woman is an accessory and not seen as a leader. You have to fight on all fronts. You have to convince. You have to show that you are capable. Not because you're a woman, but that you are capable. We don't want that kind of, oh, because she's a woman, give her this. We shot, I was part of a documentary that was funded by Ford Foundation with PLAC, Policy and Legal Advocacy Center. There are clips of it on Twitter titled Underrepresented. So they spoke to women across board, women who are in politics, women who have gone through politics, who have aspired for office. And the conversation is the same. Give her something, give her woman leader. Woman leader means you only control the women and the men are out of your reach. Just give her something. And there was this clip I watched about this senator saying that, oh, you cannot give women too much chance, if not they will take over. I didn't like that conversation at all. It was some senator from the north. You give them an inch. But is it for the good of the society? Whether man or woman, can they do the job? Is the person able to deliver? It shouldn't matter whether you're male or female. And everybody knows that women, when they set their hearts to do something, they will do it 110%. Look at Angela Merkel, the lady in charge of the IMF, the World Bank. There are lots of women who are doing great things across the world. So why not Nigeria?
Do you ever envisage a woman president in Nigeria?
It will happen. I pray, and I pray it's a good woman. Not just any woman that will come and take all our money and run and be buying weave on and trinkets. We need a good woman. Yes.
So would you run again? Considering the experience you've had as a politician, would you run again?
No, I won't use my money. If the people need me to serve, they will find a way to put me in there. If I'm called to serve, I mean, I'm serving now as the special advisor for the Cross River State Liaison Office. The governor gave me that position. Well, it's a chance to serve. I handle the liaison office here in Lagos, communications to Cross River State, to the governor when he has meetings here in Lagos, arrange them, make sure he's well received and all of that. We also provide services such as giving certificates of origin to our citizens from Cross River State when they need to approach the embassy, go and get their passports. Then we have to verify that really they're from Cross River State, because that's a document that's very, very important. So I head the office here in Lagos.
Wow, that's interesting. Let me read a question Boyega has asked. It says, "Hi Kate, looking good, looking beautiful. When are you coming back into acting? I never knew you were out of acting."
I'm not out. I'm not out. Maybe because I don't know. My films are there on Africa Magic when they show it, and I've done a lot of cinema films this year, which are not out yet. I mean, one of them is coming out in December. That's like months away, and we've already shot it. I've shot like maybe 4 cinema films this year. They will come out this year or next year. That's how long it takes for cinema movies. They don't just come out immediately. I shot one in January. We're thinking of doing ADR next month. That's audio, to make sure the audio is clean and all of that. So it's still going to take time before it hits the screens.
Boyega has gone on to ask, what is the most difficult role you have played?
Oh, for the movie Stronger Than Pain, that's the one I won the award for. It was quite hard playing a village woman who was behaving like a man. A strong, very strong, cantankerous lady. Because previously I used to have all those victim roles, crying roles, suffering roles. So now this was, a switch. It was quite interesting though, and I'm glad I pulled it off.
In Nollywood, let me confess. I'm going to make my confession, and I really don't watch a lot of Nollywood films.
Why?
And do you know why? Why? I'm sure that is obviously gotten better, but this is why. If there's a scene between your living room, you've just finished eating, and you are going to visit a friend, do you know that scene can take 10 minutes from your living room to going to visit, getting into the car and driving to your friend? They will show every minute of, so I just decided, you know what, that is a little bit too stressful for me. But I have seen some films, some Nollywood films, I can't remember the names now, the titles now, that have been very, very impressive. And I know that Nollywood has really, improved in such a great...
Please don't stop watching. You always find the odd one that doesn't suit your taste. Just like films in Hollywood, in Bollywood, they will always have those films that say, this is not even worth my time. I mean, I have films on box office that I have to pay to rent on DSTV, and some of them I'm like, when I look at it, I'm like, what was that? Did I just pay how much to watch that? It happens. I mean, there are films that will not, suit your taste, but I mean, please support us and keep watching.
I'm going to ask a question from Jenny Gabriel. It's up to you to answer or not. It says, "My beautiful sister." Let me post it on the screen. It says, "My beautiful sister, please." Sorry to, I'm sure Jenny meant to ask, to write. Sorry to ask. Are you going to remarry again someday?
Maybe. Maybe. I hope so. By God's grace.
by God's grace.
People ask me that all the time. That's why I'm laughing. All the time they ask.
Who would you? Okay, let me put it this way. You have a daughter.
Yes.
You have a daughter, and from my calculation, she's 18 now.
This year, yes. This year she is.
If
You
your
calculated
daughter,
very well. I should be watching, careful of you.
if your daughter if your daughter comes to meet you and says, "Mom, I'm introduced you to my boyfriend," what characters would you tell your daughter to look out for in that
Is
boy?
he respectful to her? Does he value her opinions in conversations? That's before love. Oh. That's before love. Let's leave love first.
If your daughter has fallen in love,
Then she needs to make sure that he respects her opinion, he respects her and treats her right. Love is blind. Love can make you overlook a lot of things, but real love is selfless. Real love will take in a lot of things into consideration. Real love doesn't hurt.
and that is irrespective of the location.
Absolutely. Oh, she's free to go anywhere and marry. That's okay.
What is success to you? Define success. What is success to you?
For me, success is, I liken it to contentment. Success is content. Success is being content with your achievements, no matter how small. Success means you have also affected lives, and that you have touched lives. You have made someone's life better, even if it's one person.
Can you see me?
Oh.
Can you see me? Can you see me, Kate? No. Hello. Okay. We would reconnect. This is we are live on the internet, and I'm sure she's going to try and reconnect. Bear with us for a minute.
Are you there? Hello.
Hello.
I can't see you.
Can you hear me? You
I
can't
can
see
hear
me.
you, but
Okay.
I can't see you.
Okay. Never mind. People want to see you anyway. It's not me they want to see. So it's you they want to see. So if you can hear me, that's okay then.
I can hear you.
Let's wrap up with these 10 teaser questions. I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and then you've got 5 seconds to pick an answer.
Oh.
Okay. let's go for it. Running or walking?
Running.
Water or energy drink?
Energy drink.
Love or action scene?
Action scene.
Okay. African Movie Academy or an Oscar?
Oscar.
Lagos or Calabar?
Lagos.
Fly or drive?
Fly. Fly, fly, fly.
Actress or fitness expert?
Actress.
Actress. And the last one, Olu Jacobs or Joke Jacobs?
No way, both. I'm sorry. I picked both.
You
That's my
pick
uncle
both.
and auntie.
I
I
guess
picked the two.
I guess you will pick. I guess you will pick the two. I've had the privilege to meet them a few times as well, and they are very, very inspiring. Jenny,
Absolutely.
Jenny Gabriel says, "Wow, I love you so much. Listening to you inspired me a lot." So
Oh,
that
thank
is that
you.
is well, that is the end of our conversation. We would definitely get you on again. I'm so inspired as well. I'm so happy
Thank
to
you.
have had the opportunity to speak with you and to have you as a guest on LNC.
Yay.
Thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. God bless you all. God bless you, Kate,
Bless you
and
too.
God bless Nigeria.
Yes, so it must. Must be blessed. Take care.
Take care. God bless.
Bye.
My sister,